Kia ora koutou, ko Jackie McMillan toko ikoa. My NZLPP funded position as Reading Promoter Coordinator began in July 2021. I was seconded from Collection Development Team, where I'm the collection specialist usually responsible for children's fiction, non-fiction and picture book budgets. My interest in promoting reading grew in part from DPL's Children's Literature Research Collection and my desire to increase the knowledge of its existence. Continued sense of wonder for adults who love children's literature is now in its 7th year. This NZLPP position has enabled me to develop new programs and events for DPL, which have reading for pleasure at their heart and which help our communities to connect and grow. My first objective was to, along with a small team, redevelop Readers Advisory training into a series of 4 modules. 4 staff presented their modules 6 times each. Over 90 staff from throughout DPL were able to participate. The 4 modules were delivered over 4 months. Topics were an introduction to Readers Advisory, appeal characteristics, the Readers Advisory conversation, and Readers Advisory resources. I presented the 4th module on the resources. On top of this, I've organised professional development sessions with the Reading Promotion Twist and with collection development teams sharing highlights. Second objective was to run events or start new programs. I've been able to put some plans into action. The web banners designed by council marketing teams for each event are shown here. As you've seen in this list on the Facebook post, the second Wednesday in the month is often now a little busy. I've also worked to get dementia-friendly reading groups established at more than one library in DPL. I'm yet to coordinate graphic design for this, so in the meantime, we're using images of Dovetail Press's books. We've forged a working relationship with Alzheimer's Otago, begun by their providing in-service training for library staff on dementia. They've helped publicise the groups to their customers and more widely, and we've been interviewed together in the local community newspaper, and I've promoted the groups through our own online magazine, NB. The first Reading Alouds, a sort of tea and tales after work event, was the first regular event I wished to establish. It took time to get the volunteers' status approved through council and then the Justice Department checks completed. We were set for a September start until lockdown intervened. Then it also took time to get the graphic design right. The image of the reader wasn't quite what I had in mind, and the colour often prints too darkly. Timing of the event fits the busy lives of the 2 volunteers. The audience is slowly growing and are appreciative. It's on the ground floor, so anyone in the library can join in, as well as those who come along intentionally. We've tried a variety of Facebook and other social media posts to promote Reading Aloud. The more creative posts, Gandalf and Gulliver, received good responses online. I've also contacted other organisations, including parts of the university, to promote the event. At this stage, though, the most effective advertising still remains emailing people directly. It's a tough time to start a new kind of event. But we've also started a South Dunedin page turners, which meets in the middle of the library in the middle of the day. We've shared and swapped books. The librarian there also leaves a pile of books for the group, which is devoured. She knows her customers well. We've also I've helped coordinate and market 2 new book clubs for teens. We've advertised them together and separately. The teen book group for years 8 to 10 has had 5 or 6 kids come along, and the graphic novel club for high school students has struggled to find an audience. Extra promotion has been sent to school librarians and teachers and parents, but reaching the teens is still fraught. Here's an example of some of our Facebook posts. Our NZLPP Youth Engagement Librarian has also used other social media to reach teens, including Instagram. Other activities I've been involved with: visiting library book clubs and assisting at weather-dependent youth outreach outings, as well I've joined the Read, Share, Grow COR work in South Dunedin and taken part in some of their work giving books to children. I've also organised a meetup of local children's writers and illustrators. My first public talk has actually been booked the year before, and I just snuck in before the August lockdown. This talk was based loosely on a talk I'd given at the University Centre for the Book Symposium in 2020, where the theme was booking travel. And my second talk in November 2021 was for the University of Otago's annual symposium again. This time the theme was natural history. I used Hocken Library and the public library's books, but it wasn't so much about reading promotion per se, but a lesson in how reading for interest or self-directed study can lead to knowledge about an entirely new area. This one-off event in March was attended by over 70 people, mostly in their 20s or 30s. Books and other library resources were on display, and the goodie bags proved a hit. 14 people signed up for a new book group, and which has been run in collaboration with Dunedin Pride. As events were problematic, hosting author talks and 2 literary festivals based in the library were cancelled or postponed, so writing articles about reading and interviewing by email has formed a significant part of my work. Dame Fiona was due in Dunedin in September, however lockdown changed that, but I still got an interview with her for MB. My 2021 and 2022 articles for MB, our online magazine, have included book lists on a topic or a theme, on a specific collection, on our new reading related events, or interviews which I hope will encourage young and old to read our great New Zealand writers. And from December till early February, I filled in as the library's event coordinator on events that promote reading of New Zealand writers. These events help strengthen the library's relationship with local and national organisations. We'd planned to host Ben Brown in March, but COVID was against us. If time and COVID had allowed, I'd hoped to host more writers and advocates for literacy and reading for pleasure.